Welcome back, YouTube. Today I have another crossbow broadhead with a massive cut that we get to test today. Today I'm testing the NAP F.O.C. Here it is right here. It is a two-blade mechanical. It uses no O-rings for retention. It is an over-the-top cut. And it spouts having a 3-inch cutting diameter with a 3¼ inch cutting diameter when it says it's at hyper open. It is 170 grains. The blades on this one are spouting a 0.39 thickness. So pretty thick blades. I have to give it that. That's a pretty thick mechanical blade. It is also a pretty heavy mechanical. And it's been out in the market longer than a recent broadhead, the Schwacker, that has a 3-inch cut, but much thinner blades and a different way of opening. So I'm going to run it through the battery of tests that we do here. I'm going to test its out-of-the-box sharpness, which I always say can be changed. You can always sharpen the blades, and you should. But out-of-the-box sharpness, I'm going to test the grain weight consistency and spin test, and then shoot it from the crossbow. My Ravin R10 that spouts a 400 feet per second with a 400 grain bolt. Obviously it will be over 400 grains with this. And see how it performs. Now this one has an added caveat because NAP put 3 170 grain practice tips in with the 3 broadheads. And I have to say, this is a very affordable broadhead. Coming in, I bought these off Amazon for $33, and that's 3 blades with 3 practice tips. If you broke that down, you could potentially be saying that these cost less than $10 per broadhead with a 3-inch cut, no retention collars, no bands, just straight, done. You know, shake the blood off, rinse it out, put it back in the quiver, ready to go again after you sharpen the blades. So we'll test all this out and see how it stacks up, I'll see how it stacks up against this and give you my final thoughts on it at the end of the video. So let's start first off, just because I got the camera in front of me, with the out-of-box sharpness. Just junk mail. I don't know if it's coming across. You see the hairs? So, like most need sharpened, like most broadheads. Okay, now let's go on to the weight and spin test. All right, let's test the broadhead weight. 168. Try that again. 168. 168. All 3 broadheads were actually lighter than their actual advertised weight, and since this came with the field points, let's test the field points. I said 170, 172, 172, 170. So the broadhead, these 3 broadheads right here were advertised at 170. 2 of them were 172, one was right on 170. Let's go to spin test. All right, here's your spin test. If I can hold the camera steady. It looks like it's spinning true. It's a little hard to tell with that NAP point, which I'm not a huge fan of, but if it works, yeah, we'll see. All right, let's go to the range. All right, I want to remind everyone at the range with these NAP F.O.Cs, I am testing the control will be the field point that came with it, and then I will test the actual broadhead. So we'll see. All right. Very interesting. I'm going to remind everyone when they see this, my bow is sighted in for 125 grains. These are, you saw them, they're 160 to 170 grain arrows or broadheads. So it will shoot low. And it did. So, oh, I think you see that. Wow. Okay. That's, look at that cut. Look at that. That's an entrance cut. That's the field point entrance cut. Wow. That is gonna tear my target up. Wow. Okay. I gotta say, right now, initial testing, because this is the broadhead. It's got some foam stuck in it. This thing is, this thing's got some potential. I question its penetration ability, with it being that deploying, like the way it is, where I think maybe some other designs. But man, oh man, I think this is a gem. If you have a high energy crossbow, like it's rated up to 400 feet per second, and you're not going to be shooting past 40 yards, I think this could be a winner. I would love to get some ballistics gel and test this versus this and give a true comparison, this being the Schwacker. But I gotta tell you, for the price and what you get, if you were looking for a massive cut, again, crossbow, I would definitely give this thing a look. It definitely has its faults. I'm gonna try it. I think I want to get this out and this out this year and see what they do. Let's maybe get some, animals, or really want some ballistics gel. But I think this is a winner. As you saw that massive cut when it goes in, and if it could, again, if you can get an exit hole out of this, I really think you'd have some massive blood trails and a dead animal quick. However, I do question the penetration, especially at distance with these, because of just the way it deploys, where I think maybe it might not get the penetration you want. But the big thick blades, yeah, I think it's worth a shot to try. Again, for like $10 a broadhead and getting 3 field points with it, or I guess $11 a broadhead. I'm rambling on now, but and also, if these are too loose, it comes with a tool right there, and there's a screw in here that adjusts the retention on these. So if you do get them flying open or that work loose, you could tighten these down. But it flew just like the field point out to 40 yards, which most people take deer within 40. Even crossbow guys, 40 yards in is a good test for at least us. Yeah, like I said, one day, if I can get ballistics gel, these two bad boys are going to go up against each other and do a true comparison. But today is just all about the NAP F.O.C, and it gets a thumbs up from me. It will crossbow. If you like this video, hit the like button. It really helps out. Subscribe. I've got more of these broadhead tests coming, and hopefully this fall I can start getting some actual data on animals. See you in the next video.